Okay, hello. We are from the group Math Lovers and we're here to present our group project on Titanic survival prediction for in the Intelligent Systems course. I am Khalid bin Shafiq and I am here to start off the presentation. So we have downloaded data from a database that is kept by Stanford. So Stanford performed a research where they gathered data from all over the world and from different researches and papers from basically from a lot of verified resources. And so they compiled all the data together and they basically hosted it for free on the internet. So from here you can see we have three main list files for data: the test data, the training data, and the gender submission data. So to start ahead, we have already uploaded it to Microsoft Azure. Now we are gonna try to integrate the our data sets along with our Python code, which we are gonna be using in Jupyter Notebook. Alright, so let's look at our code here. So to start off, we're just importing our libraries to make sure everything goes okay. So we're going to be using a lot of linear algebra and as well as data processing. So we're going to go ahead and import those libraries. For the second option, we're going to also need some visualizations for data because we have a lot of them, and as Jupyter Notebook doesn't really have an interface, we're going to make our own. So so basically after entering the importing the data for visualization, we're gonna try to integrate it with our data itself. So let me scroll down here. So basically here we are accessing the directory to which we have previously uploaded our data sets, and we are integrating it with the data with the visualized concept that we had presented earlier. All right, so moving on. So here you can see our basically our first visualized form of data from the raw data that we had in the data sets. So we are now going to try to move on and try to basically orient this data more to our goal and try to see what we can achieve. So for our first step, we're going to decide three main variables which we think are the main causes during the Titanic survival event. So we are so from the looking at the data and from the research itself, we see that we have three main categories. To continue off, my group member will present the next part.
Okay, so now I am Shariful Islam. I'm going to explaining from this part. After importing three data sets, we have got this table. It based on basically first case, second case, and third case, categorized by age, sex, and also classes. From this part, we can see that we don't need passenger ID, so we have to drop it. After dropping passenger ID, we need to find the missing data. Finding missing data value, we can see the cabin missing percentage is 77.5. So we have to drop this immediately. We see that we need to fill up a lots of value of cabin, so we will drop it the cabin column. Now we are done with cabin. We will work with age. We will look into name first. Now we have the titles. We can fill the none in age respectively. We will work with survive now. Using Pearson correlation coefficient, we will need to convert sex to numerical first 0 to 1. So now next person will explain.
Okay, I'm Hasibur Rahman. I'm explaining about from here. After converting the sex into numerical value, we got the following table. From this table, we know that women survived more than male. People who paid more survived more, and another one, passenger class of lower category survived less. Okay, as age and survived is confusing, we will turn it into categorical as well, meaning either child or adult. Passenger class is also turned into a categorical value. After that, we will look at family size. After that, we will look at family size, and then we will assign a code for a member of each family. Survival rate as a function of family size. Family is then divided into 3 categories. So we got the following tables. Okay, now my last group member is explaining.
Hi, I'm Asif Mustafa Nawaz. From here, I'm gonna explain the code. So after dividing the family by sizes, we need to calculate how many family members are alive of a total members of the family. So here we get the table according to the survival rate. After we drop columns, those don't need anymore. Then we select the feature columns. Here. Then we select the feature columns to get the following table. Here we get the number of features. Here we get the number of features that we use on this test. And then we run separate train and test set. Here is the train set and the test set. Then we run logistic regression to train our set with a 0.1 ppc threshold. 0.1 ppc threshold. Then we increase the threshold to 0.2, and then we get the table from here. Number of features here used in this table is 11, and here is the mean test score 0.862. And lastly, we include the age feature to get the prediction table. From this table, we can now know how who will survive according to the features we used. So here we used 13 features, and the terrain score is 0.862, and the mean test score is 0.86. And that's all from our group. Thank you.